Hi, my name is Muhammad Daniel bin Salih. My student ID is 2024556573. My financial journey as a student comes with a lot of challenges. My biggest struggle is managing my high monthly expenses like food, petrol, and my room rent. To handle this, I try to find a cheaper place to eat, do a carpool with friends to save on petrol, and use electricity wisely at home. But sometimes unexpected expenses also happen too. For example, when my laptop broke down, I had to borrow money from my brother and pay him back later. I also had to skip a friend's reunion trip because of my financial limits. For this experience, I learned that I need a better self-control, the importance of building an emergency fund, and not depending too much on others. In terms of financial habits, one weakness I admit is overspending on clothes when they are on sale. To improve this, I'm learning to control my spending on non-essentials and limit my online shopping. On the positive side, I always pay my bills on time. I set aside money at the start of the month, which reduced my stress and helped me plan the rest of my spending. For me, a rich life is not just about money. It's about happiness, comfort, and supporting my family. Looking ahead, in the next 5 years, I want to have a consistent savings and own my first car. In 10 years, I see myself married and owning a house. By 20 years, I aim to be financially free and preparing for my retirement. My short-term goals include buying a car and starting to repay my PTPTN. In the mid-term, I want to build emergency funds and settle my PTPTN completely. And for the long term, I dream of owning my first dream car, sending my mom to Umrah, and securing my children's education. To achieve all of this, my plan is simple. First, I will cut unnecessary spending, I will stick to the budget, I will save consistently through my ASB, and avoid unnecessary debts, and then prioritize family's needs before luxury purchase, and build multiple income streams for my long-term stability.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Sarah Shuhada binti Zulkifli. So today I would like to present about my financial challenge. As a student, I face financial challenge because my allowance from my mother is often not enough to cover book, rent, and study expenses. When this happens, I need to ask for extra money, which make me feel guilty. How I handle it? After discussing with my mother, we agreed to apply for a PTPTN loan. The loan cover for education costs like rent and books, while my allowance is used for daily needs. What I learned the importance of managing money, budgeting, and discussing problem openly. It also taught me to be more responsible and appreciate my mother's support. Now, let's move to financial habit, which is I have positive and negative. My positive habit is making a monthly budget and tracking expenses. How I want to maintain, I will record all spending and review my budget regularly. But my negative habit is impulse in spending on non-essential item. I want to improve by use the 24-hour rule before buying non-essential because I want to think whether it's necessary or not. Now, let's move to designing my rich life. To me, a rich life means living comfortably with enough food, housing, and money without financial stress. It also means enjoying simple pleasure like traveling and caring for loved ones. My financial vision: in 5 years, I will see myself financially stable with saving. In 10 years, I will own a house and have strong saving. In 20 years, I will financial independence, living peacefully and comfortably. My financial milestones: in short term, build a saving and emergency fund. In medium term, I buy a home and start investing. In a long term, I achieve financial independence through saving, investment, or passive income. Step to achieve that I will follow is control expenses, avoid debt, increase income through career or side job, invest wisely, and commit to saving consistently.
My name is Hani Zulaika Zulkifli. For me, as a student, I have a limited financial resources while also taking care of my grandfather's medical needs because I am the only one grandchild that stay with him. With rising costs for electricity, food, rent, I might find it challenging to pay for study materials and other academic expenses while still meeting my fundamental necessities. So because of that, I manage the growing expense of life by making strict budget. I cook instead of eating out, buy only what I really need, and look for the less expensive option. Next, we move to the financial habits. So my positive financial habit is I have developed the practice of regularly saving money as a student by putting aside a modest amount of my allowance or part-time income. By doing this, I'm able to plan for unforeseen costs and future needs without being overly dependent on others. Also, everyone must have their negative habits. I occasionally feel tempted to spend money on things I don't actually need, such as buy a new makeup brand just because they look nice and I adore with the founder. In order to manage my spending and concentrate on my actual requirements, I remind myself to consider my option carefully before I making a purchase and set a monthly budget for once. For me, rich life is involve finding harmony and purpose in day-to-day living. As a student for me, it means being well, having relationships that are encouraging, and savoring the small things in life with friends and family. So in my ideal life would be free from financial constraint, allowing me to indulge in baking and cooking and fund my own business. So everyone have their own financial visions. So for me, in 5 years, I hope to be financially secure and making enough money to launch a small business and support myself. In 10 years, I envision myself managing a prosperous business and support my family. In 20 years, I want to have assets that will allow me to pursue my interests, enjoy life, and assist others. So I also have the step-by-step how to achieve that. So the first one is to regain control of my financial in the near future. I want to establish specific financial objectives. Next, I want to increase my income by launching a side business doing something I enjoy like baking. And lastly, I want to be financially independent through steady income and wise investment so that can I buy my dream house and car.
My name is Nur Fakia binti Azrul Azhar. My metric number is 202477230. Today, I will share my financial challenge as a student. My financial challenge is being forced to reduce daily meal in order to save money. Most of my money goes to university fees, hostel and book. Because of that, I have to stretch my budget and minimize my spending on food just to make sure the money lasts until the end of the semester. To manage this, I choose cheaper meal every day. I also discipline myself to save a small amount of money each month to prepare for unexpected emergency. I have both positive and negative financial habits. My positive habit is saving in ASB and maintaining my saving every month by using a simple notebook app. But I also have a negative habit like buying unnecessary subscription such as Spotify, Google One. To improve, I try to cancel this subscription and avoid spending money on unimportant things. Move to the rich life. For me, living a rich life means being out of debt, living in a comfort and luxury, and also having enough to take care of my family and help others who are in need. In terms of vision, in 5 years, I aim to have a strong saving. In 10 years, I want to be debt-free, own a house and car, have a stable career, and be married. In 20 years, I want to be financially secure and able to support my parents and family. For my financial milestones are, in short term, I want to saving money for the future. In the medium term, growing emergency fund. For long term, getting married, building a family and achieving financial freedom. Also preparing for my retirement. So, to achieve all of this, I plan to improve my skill, get a stable job, and save at least 20% of my salary every month.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Afiq Auni and my number matrix is 2024736245, and now I will talk about my financial life. So for the challenge is, I need to work during my studies to cover healthcare costs. And how I handle it? I took a part-time job while studying, manage time between work and academics, prioritize healthcare expenses. And lesson learned is, health is priority, time management is crucial, and financial planning must include medical needs. So, my rich life is, what rich life means to me is being financially stable, healthy, and able to support myself without financial stress. And my ideal life is a balance of career success, healthcare security, travel, and a comfortable lifestyle. So my financial habit for positive habit is saving a portion of allowance, income monthly, and tracking expenses and avoiding unnecessary debts. And how to maintain is I reward myself for achievement. So if I have any achievement, I will reward myself with something that I think is value for me. And next, I have a negative habit, which is sometimes impulse buying, like that is not my necessary to buy, but I still buying. And delay in saving consistently. Sometimes if I'm not disciplined, I will delay to have a saving. And how to improve is I use auto transfer for savings and practice needs versus wants before spending. Alright, so my financial vision for 5 years is secure first stable career, and second is build a personal healthcare saving account, which is save 10,000 for an emergency and healthcare fund. And for 10 years, I have owned my first home and car and build investment portfolio. And for 20 years is secure retirement savings setup, family education, and healthcare funds. And second is travel and enjoy hobbies without financial worry. And next, I have my financial milestone, which is short term is improve my soft skill, mid term is invest on some business and property, and long term is having a successful business. And step to achieve is our diversify investment, which is stock, property, and business, and increase saving rate as income grows, and get health and life insurance for protection, and reinvest profits into long-term assets like house or any property. This is a long-term asset.